Hello everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Dwarf Fortress Cryptguards, Episode 7, I Quit. Alright, we're gonna go for a well. So let's figure out a good spot for a well. There's a few different options that I have here. I can channel water from the brook down to an underwater supply as long as I control the water pressure and water flow so that it doesn't actually flood the fortress. Or I could get water from the cavern. Water from the cavern is probably going to be a little easier. So I think that's probably going to be my first well project. Just because I don't want to spend too much time on it. So let's try to find a spot in this cavern that's convenient to get well from. Maybe here? That could do. So I think what I'll do is I'll dig out where hospital's going to go here. Maybe something lines up better with the natural layout of my my current structure. Not really. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. So the well will be dug here and here with a stairwell in the middle. I'll also dig around the well, connect it to this room, and then have this be a hospital. A long hospital, but a hospital. That'll work. And just hope that nothing comes up my stairway. I could destroy the bottom of the stairway, maybe? I don't know. Well, I just might leave it open. I don't think there's going to be a ton of threat that ascends from that. So the current priority is make arms and armor and dig a well. The other thing I'm going to need for a well is some buckets. So let me go over to the carpenter here and make some buckets. I'll just have to remember to not have that repeat forever and ever. I do believe I already have some rope. And then what this is going to look like is channel all the way down to the water level. Like that. Yeah, it's probably enough buckets. Oh, channel's already done. I mean, look at that. That was quick. We're not that far away from the water, so I suppose that makes sense. Workshop. Oh, no, it's machines and fluids. Well, here. And we'll do black cap buckets. All right, 2 wells. That was really fast. Like how, because I made a channel, it's like, hey, you reached a bunch of gemstones. It's like, no, I didn't. No one can path there. Don't you be lying to me. So if this is a hospital, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to make 2 more mechanisms and then make traction beds and get this hospital ready as well. So let me update the priority. Oops. And build a hospital. I took well off of because we're kind of already done with it. It just didn't take very long. So here's 1 and 2. Wall's operational. And wall's operational. Mechanisms are done. Let's get 2 traction benches. And designate this as a proper hospital. The blockaded sanctuary. That works for me. We'll have to issue someone into Dr. Roll. And I'm going to raffle off who that doctor's named after. So good luck to you subscribers in the chat if you want to be the doctor. The doctor with a second life. Second lease on life. Go for it. So this doctor, Ism, is going to be the doctor that runs the hospital. And let's go ahead and get thread, cloth, splints, crutches, powder for cast, buckets, and soap ready. It's probably gonna. I don't think I have. I don't have any of the economic stone that could be made into cast powder. Plus, I don't even have the bags for that yet. But I'll make sure that we have the hospital stocked up with at least a few things. Then I am also going to name some additional people in this series as well. So this weaponsmith. Actually, I want to pick a weaponsmith that isn't like furious. Oh, they both are very pissed. So the happier weaponsmith is going to be named Mess. And then who else is legendary? The doctor's getting raffled. So Kivish, you're a legendary dancer. I'll name you Anacryon. I'll probably never have you dance, but, you know, we'll respect your skill. Here, buddy. Legendary dancer, very useful. Yeah, it's too bad legendary dancer doesn't mean that they're like good at dodging or other combat. It's not related. Whereas in like real life, if you were a legendary dancer, you'd probably be pretty good at some like dodging and other combat things because, you know, your kinesthetics were at least good. But nope, this game doesn't care. Not at all. So we actually already have a wound. So I guess it's good that we got a hospital. And then our chief medical dwarf is also the engraver, so I'm going to have to fix that. So stone cutting and engraving, not going to be left up to you. I'll leave that up to this peasant. Actually, both of the peasants. And then that other peasant could be a miner as well. And it might be wise for me to get like another mining pick. So, weapon, copper, mining pick. I'll get a few of them. Because they do seem to go missing every now and then. Cool. So where is Izum? You have no job. Isn't your job to, like, go to the hospital and to make sure that this person is okay? I'm 99.999% sure that that is actually your job. So what is your... This is going to be for citizens and long-term residents only, not, like, random wandering people. You need sutures. And the doctor has decided not to suture you. Well, they're the boss. Technically, suturing is orderly work. So let me make sure that the orderly work can be done. Yeah, anyone can do this. So I'm now assigning specific people to do it. Hopefully to encourage it getting done. Also, did I just see a snake come out of my well? I think I did. And I don't like it. Yeah, there is like absolutely some sort of serpent like popping up around here. Oh, it's a cave swallow. Well, at least it's not giant and gonna eat me like the other ones did. Could be worse. All right, seasonal saves. Nice. And the doctor's name is Glitch. Well, that's a change of pace, going from being a Wendigo eating people to being a doctor. Although, in some definitions, you're already undead. Because you ceased to exist, and then in a different timeline, you came back. So you're a zombie doctor. That'd be an interesting comic. I would read a comic about a zombie doctor. A doctor who also happens to be a zombie. Be very strange. The clothier and the... A dwarven child with a fey mood. The clothier got lost in the save. The save wipe as well. Put one in. So the child claims a craft dwarf. And you're already working furiously, so you're making something out of baby llama bone. I'll try not to judge. But a child playing with bones is usually concerning? I don't know. That might just be me. But apparently this is a good thing. So let's check in on our armor. I have 8 steel breastplates. And literally nothing else. The work did not get validated because I'm probably missing steel bars or refined coal. So let's see which that might be. Steel bars is 6, so yeah, I don't have enough steel bars. But I have them queued up, so yeah, we'll get them eventually. All right, the current priority is going to be make arms and armor and suggest goals with channel points. You made a llama bone chain. All right. With that llama bone chain, I'm actually going to blow up one of these wells and build the well with the llama bone chain so that every time we use the well, it makes people happy because they're using an artifact. Odd, I know, but like, you know, might as well put it to use that way. So why did pig iron stop? Is that because we don't have enough fuel? Well, that's my mistake. I thought I had mined up enough bit 2 coal, but clearly not. So let's go look for bit 2 coal down in the mining caverns that we have. So we got a bunch of bituminous coal from this level, so I know that there's more here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig search shafts, you know, to try to find more bituminous coal, and then automatically mine up the bituminous coal that we find. I also think that I'm just gonna allow everybody to mine. No, I'm not allowed to do that. Okay. You're allowed to mine now. Why are my weaponsmiths not... My legendary weaponsmith not assigned to weaponsmithing? So other miners, let's see. You guys can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And that means I'm going to need a lot more picks. I think I forgot to hotkey this level. So let's do that now. F4. So F1 is, let's start naming them. Entrance. F2 is meeting hall. F3 is mining bridge. And F4 is current mining. Wow, we already made all those picks. Nice. That was fast. So with the wood furnace making charcoal, I'm going to make sure to turn the charcoal, use the charcoal to make more coke from lignite and bituminous coal. That way we don't run out like we did. Because that was bad. And here's our artifact well. You can see the bone. Imagine that this bone chain goes all the way down into the water. That's just weird. Probably sounds very creepy when used. Here's some bituminous coal. Haven't found any other bituminous coal yet. I'm hoping this is a big vein of it. I could also look for lignite. So here's some lignite, because that will turn into coke. No, that's limestone. Oh, here's more coal. Sweet. Fuel of war. And I think all of the smelters right now are just going to go full bore on smelting lignite and coal so that I have more fuels. I didn't realize I ran out. I must have repeat the smithing queue so many times that the game was like, okay, well, you used up all your fuel. What now? Oops. There's so much fluxstone on this map tile. I'm astonished. We have like layers and layers and layers of dolomite and limestone. There's probably enough fluxstone to make every possible iron on this map tile into steel. A bunch of new arrivals. So we have a bowyer, a woodcutter. Woodcutter already got the woodcutter designation. A trapper, an armorer. I'm going to look to make sure that they're not a better armor than who we currently have. And a weaponsmith, but they're not legendary. And a planter. So that planter is an adequate planter, so they're going to be given the plants zone. Or plants designation. So that armor, which one was it? It was you? Adequate? I think the other one's adequate as well. Let's go to armory. No, they're proficient now. So I'm going to specify that Obuk is going to be our armor as they have surpassed the other two. For carpentry, I think the other woodcutter I'm going to allow to be a carpenter, even though I don't have a skill yet. And then we're going to add, this trapper is a good, or a novice brewer, but that's as good as the other brewer. So I'm going to add another brewer. So, looking good. We're up to 26 pop. Heading in the right direction, I think. So some of the work zones that uses microcline, I'm going to change the rock to... You know what? I'm not going to change the rock yet. What I want is I want to get like a non-economic stone, an abundance of some non-economic stone, and change to that rock. So down here, gypsum can be crushed to powder for the plaster. We just need bags for that. So maybe jet. So I'm going to dig this out so that we can start making mugs and thrones and stuff out of jet instead. So this gypsum, if let's make cast powder out of it. Now that I finally have something that can make cast powder. So for that, we're going to want a quern. Or a kiln, rather. Let's go down to the kiln and make plaster powder. Put that on repeat. Or, well, actually, we only really want 5 of it. I don't really know if I have the bags for this. So because we queued that up, let's also queue up a bag zone. So make cloth bags and make leather bags. So the cloth bags will be only 1, leather bags 1, and only when we have less than like 5, just because I don't have an abundance of materials yet. We don't really have any tanned hides or unused cloth. I think we already have automatic weaving, so I really just don't have any fabrics. Yeah, automatically weave all thread. So yeah, I really don't have any fabrics. So we'll make some of the plaster powder, but probably not a lot of it because we don't have bags to put it in. So I have get more cloth, or get more, I guess I should call this textiles. So one of the ways that we could do that is to hunt, which is dangerous considering what's out there. So for that, I'm going to want a bow boyer made. I do also have a few bows, so I can allow the ranger that we have on this map tile to try to hunt. Yeah, because I do have a cropper crossbow at the very least. And that also means that I'm going to want bolts. And I am going to go for steel bolts. So I'm going to make steel bolts, which seems crazy. But make 3 when we have less than 5. And that still means that, like, I don't have enough steel at the moment, so we're still working on that. But once I have a few steel bolts on the map tile, I can allow the hunter to hunt. Do we have any quivers? No, I don't have any quivers. So on the leather works, I'll make at least 1 quiver. So I have a little leather, so I gotta use it sparingly. And you're all sorts of pissed. Make romance and pray. I wonder if I have a good bow here. So crossbow making. Yeah, I got one person that can kind of do it. Let's make a bone crossbow. That sounds pretty metal. Let's see if it's better than the copper one that we started with. You're still waiting there, huh? Still waiting on those sutures, huh? I'm kind of thinking it's glitched. I know my doctor's name is Glitch, but, cause... Oh, you know what? It just could be that I don't have thread. So let's... Standing order, automatically collect webs. Because there were some webs on the overland map tile from, like, a brown recluse from before. So there might be some other webs. Because I don't have any passable... I don't have any way for my guys to get into the cavern just yet. Like, it's walled and everything. So if there are webs to be collected on the overland map, that's fine. I'll have them collect that and get threads, because I think that might be the problem that I'm facing right now. Is I don't have any way to suture, and they're just waiting for sutures. I also just realized that those immigrants came in with a lot more animals. So there's 3 animals that I'm going to slaughter, and then 1 that I'm going to put in here. The named pet. Also make a quern. Opening up some options for maybe soap or something like that. So we now have a lot of jet, and all of those tasks that have like microclines specifically, I'll just replace it with jet so that they're not constantly canceled, and I'm like being warned about that continually. So that will be our new generic non-economic stone. So I think I got them all. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just go, hey, Arush, go hunt. And also Zahn. And we'll have them try to hunt things outside. I wouldn't mind getting revenge on the giant sparrows. I don't think they're going to be able to bring them down, but attempts will be made. Knowing that I'm going to be shooting at sparrows, let's take a look at Erdem. So Erdem is ready to fight. Cool. So if things go down and things go wrong, Erdem is fully equipped and ready to return fire, if you will. And knowing that I'm now reliant upon jet, I'll just keep mining it wherever I can find it. So that I've got plenty of jet for our stone carving. Looking around to see if I found any more lignite or bituminous coal. This is all mudstone. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, this is the edge of the map. I was gonna go like, hey, I told them to automatically mine up bituminous coal, and this is bituminous coal that they left behind, but you can't mine beyond the edge of the map, so that makes sense. What about to the north? All limestone. To the east, limestone and bauxite with some gems, but I don't need the gems just yet. And then to the south was also came up a little dry. All right, I will do some more mining exploration tunnels, I guess. Wouldn't hurt to put in some additional cross sections, trying to find more fuel. They're not measured or anything. I'm just hoping to reveal some stuff. Because it doesn't seem like there's any caverns on this level, so it doesn't pose any threat of us like opening up holy hell or anything like that. So how much coke do we've got now? Bars. 356. Okay. So on the top two here, I'm going to have one go for steel and the other go for pig iron. So I think I have a lot of regular iron already. Yeah, I have 145 regular iron. So we're back to making steel, and hopefully we'll get bolts and armor out of that to expand our military. Just looking at the current hunters, neither of which are currently hunting. I'm curious if they're even going to attempt to bring down those giants flying in the sky. So we have found some economic stuff. So there's bit2 coal here. I wish mudstone looked different enough from lignite that, like, at a quick glance, I could tell the difference between the two. Because I keep getting tripped up going, oh, that's lignite. No, it's like limestone or mudstone. Because there's so much limestone and mudstone on this layer that lignite just kind of looks the same. And there's a lot more bituminous coal over here, too. Awesome. Oh, over here as well. We should have plenty of coke to be able to fire up our steel industry. Rangers are praying, which is probably appropriate given what I've told them to go hunt. Looks like I have a lot of muscle shells again, so I'll continue to make muscle shell gems. I have a crazy influx of people petitioning me for me to hire them out as monster slayers. It's like I'm hosting a Monster Hunter World convention on my map tile. Dudes, I see you with spears and maces. You're not going to be able to get to the sparrow that's up top. You just won't. And the troll down below doesn't have access to me, so I have no use for your services. Despite your consistent insistence. Alright, I am also going to do tiny little offshoot farms for pigtails and cave wheat, maybe? But mining up... Oh, hello. How'd you come up from the bottom? That is real curious. How the violent sparrows came in through my well. I don't really know, but I saw it. Maybe not in time to intervene. It really depends on how far away. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, my militia captain's not super close. I'm keeping this door forbidden. Not that it forbids them from going through, but so that no one walks to the well or anything. Oh, they've just left. Are you kidding? So they... How did they even get down here? As far as I know, there's none of the lakes even descend that far. So I don't have any like waterfalls or any other passage. I really have no idea. That is well, that truly is a mystery. I'm gonna try to tell my militia captain to go kill the birds, but like the chance that the birds randomly path to a spot that allows me to fight them is like snowball's chance in hell. Three targets. Kill giant sparrows. I wonder if I can track... Oh, the sparrows left the map tile as far as I know. Although, Erdem is still trying to path to them. No, they're still here. They're eating all the cave spiders. I think. It's a bug with Steam version? Oh, cool. Well, I was talking about bugs before and how crazy frustrating they can be. So, good to know that flying things can phase through the earth. Seems fair for a game full of strategy and tactics that you can have phase shifting birds. That's good. Makes me feel very safe. There's not a whole lot I can do to like make the well system safe from that, though. Short of having like an artifact door that's unbreakable that I can forbid or lock shut with levers. But that doesn't, I mean, that's very imperfect because there's no telling when the, when enemies are going to come through there. So it's a situation where you probably have to keep that shut all the time, which is defeats the purpose of having a well in the first place. All right, where are they now? I don't know where they are. Okay, that's fine. Walls are always an entrance to a fortress for flying things? Well, no, not always. If you use screw pumps, you can screw pump water, or you use If you use screw pumps, then you can build underwater aquifers because screw pumps can block physical access to, through waterways. And it crashed again. While it was saving. I think I'm done 15 minutes early. I hope you all understand. just calling it a little early here, because I just can't play. Thank you for tuning in to Dwarf Fortress Cryptguards, which originally streamed live on Twitch, February 21st. As it says in the video's description, I am not looking for feedback about this series, and in fact this series is a one-off of 7 episodes only, and I will not be returning to it. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream of some other game. Farewell, my fellow dwarves.